In a small village, tucked away like a forgotten secret between ancient rolling hills, lived a young boy named Leo. Leo was, by all accounts, a good-hearted boy, but he carried a shadow, a temper as quick as summer lightning. He felt things deeply, perhaps too deeply, and frustration often boiled over before reason could catch up. One afternoon, the air was thick and heavy, the kind of stillness that presses down on you. The sun beat relentlessly on the dusty square where Leo and his best friend Thomas were playing a simple game of marbles. A shot was made, a marble clicked against another, and a dispute began. It was a trivial thing, a disagreement over whose marble had truly hit the mark. But to Leo, in that heavy heat, it felt like an injustice. "That was mine," Leo insisted, his voice rising. Thomas shook his head. No, it clearly missed Leo. "You always do this." "I do not," Leo shouted, his face beginning to burn. "You're cheating. You're a cheetah." Thomas stood up, his own face hardening, not with anger, but with a quiet hurt. "I'm not a cheater, Leo. You're just being mean." He picked up his marbles and, without another word, walked away, leaving Leo alone in the oppressive silence of the square. Leo stood there, his small fists clenched. He felt misunderstood. He felt wronged. A storm of frustration raged inside him, and he did the only thing he knew how. He ran. He ran past the village well, where the elders murmured in the shade. He ran past the golden fields of wheat, ignoring the calls of the farmers. He didn't stop until his legs ached and his lungs burned, finding himself at the rocky ledge of a wide, silent valley, his usual place of solitude. The valley was vast, carved by a forgotten river millennia ago. Its walls were stone, and its floor was a sea of green. It was beautiful. But today, Leo saw no beauty. He only saw a great, empty void that matched the feeling inside him. He stood at the ledge, catching his breath, the injustice stinging his eyes. He felt the world was unfair, that Thomas was cruel, that everything was aligned against him. In a voice raw with anger, he cupped his hands to his mouth and shouted into the vast emptiness, "I hate you!" A moment of pure silence passed, as if the valley was taking a breath. Then, from the stone walls across the expanse, a voice returned, sharp and clear. "I hate you!" Leo froze. His blood ran cold. He spun around, searching the rocks. Who was that? He was supposed to be alone. His anger instantly evaporated, replaced by a chilling fear. "Who are you?" he yelled, his voice trembling this time. The voice immediately answered, its tone mocking his own fear. "Who are you?" This was too much. "You're mean!" Leo cried out. "You're mean!" the voice echoed back. That was all the proof he needed. There was someone or something out there hiding. Someone cruel. Leo turned and scrambled back down the path, tears of confusion and fright streaming down his face. He found his father, Elias, a quiet man with kind, weathered eyes, tending to his tomato plants in the evening garden. "Father! Father!" Leo cried, rushing into his arms and burying his face in his tunic. "There is a boy in the valley, a mean, terrible boy. He is hiding in the rocks, and he was shouting hateful things at me." Elias listened patiently, his hand gently stroking Leo's hair. He didn't interrupt. He simply waited until Leo's sobs quieted. When the story was finished, Elias didn't look alarmed. He simply smiled, a small, knowing smile, and wiped the dark soil from his hands onto his apron. "Come," his father said softly. "Show me this boy." They walked back to the valley together, Leo holding tightly to his father's hand, hiding slightly behind his leg as they approached the ledge. The sun was beginning to dip lower, painting the sky in hues of orange and purple. "Shout at him again," Elias urged. Leo hesitated. He looked up at his father, then at the imposing valley. He puffed up his chest, trying to look brave, and yelled, "You are a coward!" The echo returned instantly, seeming to bounce from every rock. "You are a coward." Leo flinched. Elias watched his son's worried face, then stepped forward, right to the edge. He radiated a complete calm. He faced the valley, cupped his hands, and in a voice that was warm, clear, and full of strength, he shouted, "You are wonderful." Immediately, the voice from the valley replied, its tone completely changed. "You are wonderful." Leo looked up, his mouth open in astonishment. Elias smiled and shouted again, "I respect you." The valley answered, "I respect you." One last time, his father shouted, "Peace." And the valley replied, "Peace." Leo looked at his father, his young mind racing, the fear and anger completely gone, replaced by a profound confusion. "What is happening, father? Is he gone?" Elias knelt beside his son, placing a heavy, kind hand on his shoulder. "Son," he said softly, "there was never another boy. What you heard is called an echo. The valley walls are just stone. They have no voice of their own. They can only send back what you give them." He paused, letting the words sink in. "But it is also the great secret of life. Life, Leo, is this valley. It is a mirror. It doesn't give you what you want. It gives you back what you are. The voice you heard was only your own. The anger you felt from Thomas this afternoon, perhaps it was just an echo of your own frustration. You shouted first, and he shouted back. If this story is already helping you see your own life in a new light, we invite you to subscribe to our channel. We are dedicated to sharing wisdom that helps you grow. Now, back to the lesson. Elias pointed across the vast, beautiful expanse. The valley has no anger, Leo. It has no kindness. It only has you. It will return whatever you send out. If you send out anger, anger will return. If you send out judgment, judgment will return. But if you send out kindness and respect and love, those things must return to you. That is the law. Leo stood silently, watching the last sliver of the sun disappear behind the hills. He thought about his friend. He thought about his anger. He thought about the echo. He understood. He wasn't a victim of the valley. He was its creator. My friends, how many of us are like Leo? We spend our lives shouting our frustrations into the valley of the world, and then we are shocked and hurt when that same frustration echoes back at us. We blame the world. We blame our friends, our jobs, our circumstances. We cry out, "Why is everyone so unkind?" We wait. We wait for the world to be kind first. We wait for others to show us love first. But the truth of the echo is simple. We must initiate it. Life is not trying to be mean. It is not trying to be kind. It is simply reflecting our own actions, our own words, our own feelings. If you want more love, you must first be the one to give love. If you want kindness, you must first be the one who is kind. If you seek patience, understanding, and respect, you must first be the one to offer it. The world, just like that ancient valley, is patiently waiting. It is waiting to echo the good you put into it. The choice of what we shout into the void is and always will be ours. What is one echo you have experienced in your own life? A time when your own attitude was reflected back at you, for better or for worse. Share your story in the comments below. Your wisdom may be the lesson someone else needs to hear today.